Man, West Town, it's your boy Big B from the Blood, man. You can't mention the Blood without putting the B in it. Real West Side, baby, for sure. Yeah, that's me. Man, I'm back at y'all with another one and another one as usual, man. But this time, man, I'm just kicking it. Everybody been telling me to talk about high mets. So I'm going to spend a little time talking about high met while I cook me some breakfast because I'm really trying to figure this shit out. You know, a lot of people that done been to prison, they tell y'all about all the rowdy shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't tell you them indelible scars that prison be leaving on people, you know what I'm saying, in that environment. It got to be some indelible scars. You in an environment where you watching people kill each other. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to stab, you know what I'm saying, in that environment. It's okay to do the most dire and the most harmful things to people in that environment, and we done normalized it to the point to where we like, it's okay. Now you coming home and you bringing that same shit out here with you, but y'all ain't telling people about that part. You know what I'm saying? I did go to High Max and I spent a lot of time on High Max and I actually felt High Max. You know what I'm saying? The whole time that I was locked up, I felt the full effect of what high max can do to you. You know what I'm saying? I went because the gang culture had done exploded in Georgia. And by me being a person that been banging blood well before it got popular in Georgia, you know what I'm saying? I was doing it way back then. By me being that, a person of notoriety, they kind of like pinned it on me. I was a part of the Third Coast, but they pinned it on me as the leader of the Third Coast, which I was not. You know what I'm saying? I was one, but I was not the sole leader of the Third Coast. You know what I'm saying? And they take me, lock me down, 7 years. It was the most painful because the situation that they put me in was like, I thought I thought they were trying to make me lose my mind, so to speak. I thought they were trying to make me lose my mind or kill myself, because if I'm here to do like segregated time from the general population, that's your whole point of having me in a special management unit. But your special management unit is for security purposes. If you trying to secure something, why are you punishing me? You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by punishing me, I'm in a cell one day, and on High Max, I'm in F101. Brian Nichols was on top of me. You know what I'm saying? He ain't used to want to say much. I used to try to holler at him through the vent and shit. He barely say 2 words. Yeah, I'm all right up here, and that be that. You know? So one day, I'm in there reading a book, and uh, matter of fact, it wasn't even a book because they weren't even allowing me to have any type of reading material. Let me give y'all some context with this. When I got to High Max, they came up with this program for all of us that was supposed to be a gang leader. They took us and put all us on this program. Well, none of us could talk to the regular officers. It had to be the supervisor or the CERT team, the only people that had any types of dealing with us. It was like 6 or 7 of us, you know. And during that time, they came, took all our property, everybody property that was on this little program. And when they took our property, they gave us paper gowns, put us in a cell. They put me in F101 with nothing but a Mac. All right. They come later, give me some underwear. They say we can't go to the store. We can't use the phone. We can't get no mail. We can't go outside to the yard. We can't get no visitation. Well, that's all contact with the outside world outside of an attorney. You know what I'm saying? You can see everybody but an attorney. That was my life. The mail was non-existent. I try to send mail out through other inmates, but they'll catch that mail and just sit it up there in the warrant office and just hold it and building the whole file of and building the whole investigative file on me in my interaction, what I'm trying to do with the outside world, what I'm trying to do in prison and all this old shit here. So I had no contact with the outside world completely. So one day, the counselor came around. They used to allow us to get these little puzzles, and it might have a little story on there or whatever. So my mama always told me, no matter what you do, continue to read. No matter what it is, just read. You know what I'm saying? So I always kept that with me. I read the back of a milk carton. I read all the ingredients of things that we can't even spell, you know what I'm saying, on the back of the food packaging and the ingredients that's in it and things like that. And so I'm reading the puzzle, and all of a sudden it started getting dark in the cell, you know. And while it getting dark, I'm like, is it finna rain outside or something? Cause it gave like this caligulous like feel, like it was gloomy, you know what I'm saying, type feel. So I'm like, is it finna rain or something? So I look up and I look at the window, cause at first you was able to see out the window. I look up and I look at the window. It's an orderly out there with a spray paint can, and he spray paint my window black while I can't see. I'm like, hey man, what you doing, man? Like, leave me a piece. Now you an inmate like I'm an inmate. If you know we in these cells suffering, you know what I'm saying, the least you could do, that's just inmate etiquette, man. That's just convict to convict etiquette. If you know we in here and you know this lockdown, you know we want to see the outside. You know what I'm saying? Spray just a little bit, just a, and niggas see through the little splatter of paint. Don't go in the line to make sure I don't see. Then the motherfucker go down the side too, like that, so you can't even get the corner, like that with the spray paint gun, instead of shaking it up. While I'm like, damn man, why you doing that, man? Leave me some, man. That right there allowed me to say, damn, these motherfuckers trying to kill me. Why else would you not want me to see the outside world? You want to give me something to be hopeful for. You want to give me something that I can dream and think towards, thinking I'm going to get. They weren't doing that. They was trying to drive you to harm yourself or drive you to where you ain't no good for society or no good for nobody else. You just another doped up individual walking around the prison population. You know what I'm saying? That's all Hymex can do, because it's not protecting the general population from nobody, and it's not protecting you from the general population, because if they protecting you from the general population, they become the person that's doing the harm to you now. You got a counselor that walk around and says you doing all right. She not trying to stop at no cell and talk to nobody for real. You got 32 people in here in each wing on Hymex. 32 people in each, and it stay filled up. 32 people in each wing. Everybody down here are down here for the most violent crimes that you can commit as a convict. You know what I'm saying? That I'm talking about while you within prison. People done stabbed the officers. People done killed the officers. People done killed other inmates. People done tried to escape. People done tried to, you know what I'm saying, assault SS staff. You know what I'm saying? People done try to do things like that. They all on Hymex. This your worst of the word population. So you telling me by this female counselor that you got coming around every day to ask, is everybody all right? Which was supposed to be for checking somebody mental. You come around and she say, are you all right? She not staying in that door. For one, she afraid of what's already behind that door. You know what I'm saying? She already afraid of that. She don't want to be in this dormitory where it's locked. Everybody locked in. These doors fuck around and pop open. She got a situation. She don't want to be in there anyway, so she coming, you all right? And if you don't say nothing, she keep going. Oh, she might even barely just tap the door. Counselor, and keep going. Counselor, 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 around the whole dorm. You know what I'm saying? They doing the harm to you at that point. You know what I'm saying? If it's to protect me from the general population, then you got to have some type of program to make sure I don't go crazy. You know what I'm saying? See, they sent me back out here after going through all of that. I went through the 7 years on Hymex. 7, straight. No reprieve, no one day out, one day back in. None of that. 7 years straight. And for 5 of those years, I was in one cell. I couldn't go back if I wanted to. And I tried. You know what I'm saying? They sent me through all that. And then I get out. They forgot about them 7 years. They ain't offer me no type of mental awareness to prepare me back for society. You know what I'm saying? They don't know by me being in that environment that I begin to feel isolated. You know, I mean, I begin to isolate myself. I be in the bathroom forever. Don't even be using the bathroom. I just be in the bathroom. I'm so used to that close quarters, like, and I got plenty of space in my house. I live alone. I got plenty of space, but I be in the bathroom all the time. That's a result of me being confined to the cell for so many years, and I feel comfortable and I can think in that space. At least I feel like I can, versus me sitting out here thinking, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I did the time on High Max in that cell, and it was so small, confined for so many years that I done became programmed to being in tight spaces. I enjoy being in tight spaces, you know what I'm saying? And but they ain't prepare you for that, you know what I'm saying? For me to be coming out here. They ain't give me that. They just were like, okay, here you go. We gonna let you make parole. We don't have you long enough. Here you go. What about my mind? I ain't even started cooking yet. Y'all trip. What about my mind? That's what they did. Think about. I don't even know what the hell I want to eat. Whoop, there it is. Bam. Bam. Yup, this is here. But yeah, man, they had me. Well, I couldn't even go back to the E-wing if I wanted to. They had the I'll tell y'all about that too. I tried to go back one time. I had done got to the point where I was like, all right, I know I'm finna be down here for some years. I'm finna go ahead and start thugging it or whatnot. So I ended up, I put it down here. So I ended up doing the trying to get me some weed. I ended up trying to get me some weed or whatnot from niggas and shit. So in the process of me getting the weed from nigga that's already on lockdown, Lil Duel, did my homeboy from the street. I've been knowing Shawty since we been about 12, 11. I was 11 or 12. He had to be like 15, 16, somewhere like rounding them. And I'm telling, me and bro got down doing what we do, and Shawty fuck around and send me some shit down there. And when he send me some shit, I get caught. I get caught smoking weed. I ain't get caught with the weed. I got caught smoking the weed. The lieutenant walked around. The lieutenant was lying. He ain't like nobody from Atlanta. When I say he didn't like nobody from Atlanta, I mean he didn't like nobody from Atlanta. Everybody from Atlanta, he had it out for. And he especially hated the mob. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't stand nobody that was coming down there with that type of affiliation. He was really on their head. You know what I'm saying? Mine, everybody from Atlanta. We used to get so mad to where we used to try to pay niggas to throw boo-boo on them. You like, man, doo-doo them down, man. We'll pay you. You know what I'm saying? Just get him because he was so much bullshit. And niggas used to do it to him. So he walking past one day, because they supposed to come around like every hour or so. But just so happened the lieutenant come around when nobody is expecting it, because they never on schedule with nothing they do. It ain't enough officers to run High Max. It's 6 wings. It's supposed to be an officer to each wing. You got one officer working this side, one officer working that side, and one officer working the floor, an officer in that booth, and an officer in that booth. So probably like 6 officers all together. 5 officers all together. Not enough stuff to run it. So I'm in there smoking, and the way I was smoking, because they put me down on how to keep the smoke in the cell and make it disappear. Because High Max is an inside building, like everything is inside. If you fire up a cigarette, the whole dome gonna smell it. You know, it's inside. So what I used to do, I used to take my rag. I clean my toilet out, take my rag, and I pump. I get all the water out the toilet. I scoop all the water out the toilet. You know what I'm saying? After you be done clean it, scoop it all out, pour it out. Take a rag and get all the water, even from down inside the toilet, and get all the water out of it. And then I take a towel and put a towel over my head and get over the toilet and fire the weed up and smoke. The toilet suction pulled the air right down, so you got a automatic vent. Where that smoke going, I don't know. And I ain't even try to find out. I just went to blowing that shit down there, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in there smoking, and soon as I put it out, I promise you, it couldn't have been 3 minutes. Soon as I put it out, I hadn't even grabbed the bleach or the little smell good to wipe the room down with. Soon as I put it out, I look up, nigga hit the door, boom, boom, boom. Take that paper out the door. I'm like, I'm using the bathroom. He say, man, take the paper off the door. So I'm steady trying to find the bleach and the smell good and shit. I'm like, all right, I got you. He mess around and open the flap. Bloop. So when he open the flap, I'm stuck in the middle of the floor. You know what I'm saying? He duck his head down to look in the flap. I come toward the flap. He say, damn, little bit, it smell like you been smoking it now. I say, man, ain't nobody been smoking, man. I say, you know I don't do no smoking, Russo, man. Go ahead on with that. He say, nah, man, I smell weed, man. He say, let me see your eye. So I'm like, man, go ahead on, Russo. He say, you hot too. He say, if I piss you right now, I bet you hot. I say, man, I don't smoke no weed. He say, well, take a piss to it then. I say, Russo, man, you ain't got to go through all that. He say, I ain't going to do nothing to you. I just want to prove to you that I know that you hot. I say, if you don't care, then why you trying to piss test me then? He was like, cause I know you will. He say, I promise you, I ain't gonna do that. That's why you never trust the police. Nothing they say, don't never trust them, because they never gonna keep it real with you. He lied like hell. I swear to God, that's on my mama. Cause they try to be like the inmates too. They go to hollering about that's on their mama, bet that and all that old shit there. So he tell me, he like, man, that's on my mama. I ain't gonna do nothing about it. He say, if you dirty, it's just gonna be between me and you. I ain't gonna do nothing about it. So I'm like, all right, I ain't dirty though, but go get your I don't like the way that egg open. I don't want that egg. It ain't cracked the right way. I'm sorry about that. I'm particular with this shit. It ain't cracked the right way, and I got some shell in there. And I know I can't afford to be wasting these eggs, but I ain't gonna eat it. I know I'm not. Cause I ain't into that kind. I don't like when the shell get in there. Let me get back to the story. But yeah, so he like, that's on my mama. I ain't gonna do nothing about it. It's gonna be between me and you. I end up telling him to come on piss. So while he going to go get the piss test, I go to drinking water. I'm drinking all kind of water, trying to make myself piss. I'm drinking so much water, it going the wrong way. Instead of me having to piss, you drink so much water, you end up having to do the number two. You know what I'm saying? So I'm drinking water, so much of it that I don't got full out water to the point where it making me sick. And then I got to do the number two. So when he come back, I'm on the toilet. He like, come on to piss, little bit. I say, man, give me a minute. I'm on the toilet, man. I got you. But I'm really trying to buy some time so I can go ahead and make the clean piss start coming out. Because if you don't piss the first two piss urines off, you don't urinate the first two times, that's gonna be dirty urine. So even if he do test it, it's still gonna be dirty regardless. Well, I don't care how much water you drink. And then you gonna be mad as hell after you be done drunk all that water and you piss dirty. Every time you lay down thinking you finna go to sleep, you gotta get up to piss. Anytime you sit down thinking you finna watch the TV, you gotta get up and piss. Boy, it's horrible when you goddamn, when you going through that one there, boy. I'm telling you the truth. You'll be mad as hell you drunk all that water, and that would make a lot of niggas not want to goddamn do it. Niggas just be like, fuck it, I refuse, because the nigga know what that water brings. So I sit on the toilet, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get off of piss while I'm right here, but I ain't got the piss yet, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn. So I say, Russo, I got 2 hours. He say, all right, I'm going to give you 2 hours. He said, I'm going to stand right here at the door. I say, man, you ain't finna stand right there for no 2 hours, man. He say, come on, I told you I ain't gonna do nothing about it, Louis, man. Come on, I ain't gonna do nothing to you. That's me and you. So I pissed a little bit, so I'm like, damn, maybe it'll be a good one. So when I grabbed the bleach that was on the side of my toilet, I grabbed the bleach, poured a little bit on my hand, and went to rubbing it on the head of my thing, and I'm gonna try to pee off my hand so the bleach will get into the cup and probably kill it. I don't know. I'm just trying, but I done heard it work. But so I'm just trying shit. So when I pee just a little bit, just a few drops, but it's coming off my hand. He said, I need a little more than that. I say, man, that's all I can do. He said, give me a little more than that, just try. So I'm holding it right there. I'm hoping I can get to the sink and hit him with the sink, but I can't because he watching. So I pee a little bit more, and then now I really got to pee. You know what I'm saying? I pee a little bit more, and I don't want no lot to come out, so I hold it. When I hold it, I'm coming out my hand with, I hold it, I get in the cup, and then I turn to the toilet, and I start peeing in the toilet. Now I'm watching my pee in the toilet, it coming out clear. It's coming out clear pee. Ain't no color to this pee at all, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I got to be good. I go back to the door, wipe my hand and shit, I go back to the door. I'm waiting on him. I'm playing with him now, we talking, kid. I'm like, man, I don't know why you would think that, man. You know I'm in here doing good, man. I'm trying to make it back to general population, man. Where the hell I'm gonna get some weed from? You got to bring it to me, you know what I'm saying? I'm playing with him like that and shit. He say, I knew it. He say, I knew your ass was hot. I say, what? He say, motherfucker, I knew you were hot. He had the sticker and he said the plus sign on there. I'm at the flap, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at him through the flap, like leaning, I'm squatting down, looking at through the flap. I say, come here, man, let me see. I'm really trying to get him to come close so I can snatch it from him. And once I snatch it from him, I can tear it up, flushing down the toilet. Like nothing he can do about it. That's just your word against mine. But he wouldn't come that close. He said, I told you. So I'm like, man, Russo, you lying on me? Because I was just pissing, clear pissing. I know it was clear. I say, Russo, man, you lying on me. That you done tamper with the stick, man. That you trying to set me up, motherfucker. That you know I ain't pissed dirty. He was like, yes, you did. So I stick my arm out the flap. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm thinking, I'm like, fuck it now, because you done caught me. This end right here where I'm at is the bullshit end. It ain't the bullshit end, it's the good end, but ain't no weed down here, ain't no phones down here on this end of High Max. Ain't no phones, ain't no weed, ain't nothing going on down here, but the side where it ain't no TVs at, where niggas ain't going outside like that over there. They showering in they cell. That side, the weed, the phones, everything, you know what I'm saying? I want to be down now. So me, while I'm thinking about that, while I got my arm out the flap, he say, Lewis, I'm gonna tell you, get your arm out the flap. I say, Russo, you lying on me. I say, man, you know damn well I ain't pissed dirty. He say, man, you did, Lewis. He say, get your arm out the flap. He pulled that damn tase out. I ain't never been no stupid nigga. I'm already in the cell. Ain't nothing I can do. You know what I'm saying? I always had a little sense. I ain't gonna let you just kill me, motherfucker, because he would have OD'd on me with that taser. So I don't never go for that. When I see they bringing that type of force, I go ahead and cuff up, go do what you gonna do, man, because I ain't finna let y'all, give y'all the green light to come in here and fuck me up for no reason. I'm in a livid ass cell. I can't beat all y'all. It's impossible. He pulled a taser out, and then he pointed that motherfucker at me. When he pointed that motherfucker at me, I put my arm back in that flap. I was like, go ahead. He slammed the flap, talking about scared red. He told me, I'm finna write you up. I said, I don't give a fuck. Ready to send me back to E-Wing right now. He said, you going back to E-Wing? I'm like, send me back to E-Wing right now. He like, pack your shit then. He go up front, and this one I tell you, I couldn't even go back if I wanted to. He go up front and call the proper authorities and say, hey, I'm finna move Lewis, the E-Wing. He tested dirty for urine. I'm writing him up. He stuck his arm out the flap, everything. Now, normally when you get rolled up like this, you go back to E-Wing automatic. It ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. I told y'all to put somebody in the cell, you gotta take somebody out of the cell. And everybody on that end want to be where a TV at. Ain't no TVs down there except in D-Wing. But it's hard to get over there. So everybody want a TV. So it's easy. They gonna let you swap it out all the time to keep certain inmates calm. You know what I'm saying? To make them feel like they moving around High Max, but you really not going nowhere. It's just a repeated cycle. You never getting out. You know what I'm saying? So he come back. He say, you'll be gone in the morning. You know what I'm saying? But they had done told him already, you can't move Lewis to E-Wing because I was on a special program. They had to monitor us a certain type of way. And this the thing that they did, and that incident showed me that they was monitoring me different because I couldn't even go back to the disciplinary wing. In the front of the dorm, they had added another camera. And this camera was being monitored by the people in Foresight, which was the commissioner, the assistant commissioner, the prison operator, the director of prison operations and facilities. You know what I'm saying? It was being monitored by them. And they kept it pointed right at my cell. Now I'm in on high max with Brian Nichols. I'm on high max with the two white boys that did the little escape shit. I'm down there. Jamie Hood. I'm down there. I'm trying to name some of the people that was like in that environment with me that would probably warrant that type of attention, but you putting it on me, you know what I'm saying? Why the hell y'all just watching me every time they call to open my door for me to go get in the shower or for me to go to medical? The lady in the booth got to call Foresight to say we finna move Lewis. They had that made it where I couldn't even come out my cell without Foresight being notified. Everything that had something to do with me had to come through Foresight. And that was their program that they had us on, man. But High Max wasn't good at all. I can't even remember a good day at High Max. Maybe when I was high. There it is. That's how you break it. Maybe when I was high. And even then when I was high on High Max, that was perfect. I need to try that a little more often. Make sure I ain't no. Okay, that yolk. Make sure there ain't no white. I don't want to see no white. Yeah, High Max was horrible for me, man. I got high, and when I got high, I ended up getting in the bed and fall asleep. You know what I'm saying? High Max it's slow, boring time, man, where you get, and on High Max, if you got the mental fortitude, you gonna get your mind right. If you got the mental fortitude to withstand the conditions of it, you gonna get your mind right. But if you ain't got that mental fortitude, good night. Good night. Cause it's hard. It's real hard. I had a parole review while on High Max. A real parole review. It wasn't even let me take that back, because that was not a review. I'd be lying if I said that. This was not a review. Okay, I'm up for parole in 2016. High Max then came up with this program where they was gonna start allowing us to go to GED. They was gonna allow us to go to these little groups to try and get certificates for anger management, get some certification for being for taking corrective thinking, all these different classes to reintegrate in the general population. They sold it well. They say if we complete these classes, we can go back to general population. But once we start completing these classes, nobody went, and the groups and shit stopped once everybody caught on. But they had these groups going on. So one day, I'm in the group, you know what I'm saying, and they finna take everybody out. They say inspection. So when they say inspection, they say, "Hey, Lil B," Warren Powell, he coming in, he say, "Hey, Lil B, the parole board with the inspection team today, and they want to see you. I'm gonna leave you in here, and when they come in here, talk to them. This is your chance. Do your dance right here. This is your first time and the only time you'll probably be able to tell them face to face. Tell them everything you need to tell them so you can try to get out of prison." I'm like, all right, cool. But my mind said, what the hell I'm gonna tell them? They know everything. They let me go when they feel like they ready to let me go. They know what's going on with me. So they come in and they talk to me. The parole board tell me, say, "Well, Lil B, you gonna get out. He say, you gonna get out. Like, how old you is now? I may have been like 30 something. I was like 35 or somewhere around in there, 33, 34, somewhere around in there. And he was like, the life expectancy of a black man is like 76 years old. And he say, so you 30 something now, so that give you what, 40 something years to live, you know what I'm saying? He's saying, so you gonna get out, be thinking right now what you gonna do with your time when you get out of prison. Now, I'm up for parole. My mind, I'm like, damn, boy, I'm finna get ready to go. He just told me that I'm gonna get out of prison. And you know, if you're a prisoner, you take one little small thing out of a whole conversation and you say, this mean this. He couldn't tell me directly that he finna let me go, that I'm finna make parole or nothing like that. So he did it subliminally. That's what my mind thinking. Cause nobody's talking to the parole board. The parole board came down there to see me. You know what I'm saying? I'm already on high max and they telling me I'm doing the right thing. The warden speaking for me and everything, like Lewis is doing good, this and that. So I'm thinking it's up from here. Then the counselor come around. She say, yeah, Lewis, this looking good for you. She done took my information for my parole shit, where I'm a parole to and everything. You know what I'm saying? I go back to my cell. I'm on a good high. You know what I'm saying? He told me, he also said that he say, it's easy for you to do good in that cell. Lil B, he says it's easy for you to do good in that cell. Ain't nobody in there from you but you. How would you act in general population? He say, we don't know that yet. He say, so you need to be putting your mind together to see what you're going to do when you get out of here, because this is not going to be your home. I go back in there. I say, in my cell that night, I say, shit. I say, they're going to let me go to general population first. Then once I go to general population, I'm going to go to the halfway house. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm going to go home. That's my mind. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on the high for about 2 weeks in that motherfucker. Running around. I'm waiting to go home. I'm dreaming again about being free. I'm dreaming again about what they gonna feel like, put the first outfit on, what they gonna feel like to goddamn go get your first meal, what you gonna do. And I couldn't even come up with nothing to do, you know what I'm saying? But them dreams, like some gonna go on, it's gonna be a celebration, you know what I'm saying? That's what my mind is. I'm finna get out of this shit. Man, about 2 weeks later, I get the counselor come to my door. And I should have knew something when she came too, because she slid that motherfucker in there so fast. She slid that bitch through my door and kept going. Pew! The little letter, she slid a letter through my door. Pew! Kept going. So when she slid a letter through my door, she stuck another sheet of paper in the other piece of paper. I got to sign to say that I got the letter. But she kept going and went to another cell. So the letter already open, which meaning she already know what's going on, because they get a letter too. You know what I'm saying? Meaning she already know what was going on. She was scared to face me with it. So when I get the paper, I open it. I'm like, yeah, this it. I open it. My heart beating fast as hell. They say, due to the nature of the crime, we feel like you're not compatible with society. The board will review your case again in 2020. And then it said OCGA, some numbers, you know what I'm saying? And when I read, my heart, everything just came out of me like, and I went to thinking like, damn, these folks just came and talked to me and told me that I'm finna go home while I'm up for parole, and then turn around and hit me with a 5-year set off, a 4-year set off rather. After you done had made me believe, well, they didn't make me believe, I made myself believe that I was going home. After you done sat there and had this conversation with me, and then you turn around and give me a 4-year set off, I went to think about all that shit. I'm like, damn, they know when a black man gonna live. I mean, how long a black man gonna live. They got the science down on this shit. So I'm feeling like they just playing with me at this point now. So your mind go to tripping. Now you losing all interest in trying to move forward with this shit. Then you ain't got no trust for the system. You don't think they gonna ever let you go. And then you on high max at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I'm on high max at the same time. You just think about what that was doing to my mind. What that was doing to my mental. Think about that. Let me get my breakfast going, man, because it's 1 o'clock and I'm just not cooking breakfast. I'm sitting here talking. But this shit be therapeutic for me, though. A lot of people be saying they do it for the views and the money. Now, the money will be good when it start coming in. It will be good. But this shit therapeutic for me because I know it ain't no niggas out here that done experienced what I done experienced and done been through what I done been through that can relate to me. You know what I'm saying? So I need to vent and get this shit off my chest. So I get on here and I talk about my experiences. People want to hear them, but for me, it's therapy. It's therapeutic to me because I can get shit off my chest because I compartmentalize for so many years in prison. I did 26 years in prison and 1 year in the halfway house. So I compartmentalized a lot. All that compartmentalization, you stuff that shit for so long, you run out of space. You got to unload that shit. So this is like me unloading. So it's therapeutic to me and I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? So it got a different reason for me doing it, you know. But the money will be good now. Don't think I'm turning that down. I most definitely am not, sir, ma'am. Get me some breakfast going though, so I can have me some. See, prison didn't teach me how to cook or nothing. They locked me up at 13 years old and then he think to give me no damn culinary class. They ain't even think to give a nigga a culinary class, something to help a nigga learn how to cook. I'm learning. I got to watch YouTube and get people on YouTube to help me cook, teach me recipes and shit. When the state should have been teaching this shit, y'all supposed to be preparing people for society. You making it where people becoming a burden to society. You know? Because that's all the niggas be doing because we become stressed. Because we can't do the shit that everybody else doing because we been incarcerated for so long that you ain't giving the nigga no other skill, nothing else to do to use to navigate society. So you know what I'm saying? It that type of shit. I'm having to learn. I just realized that I don't like steak. I'm 43 years old. I'm just now realizing that I don't like steak. People in the hood always say, boy, get you a steak, baked potato, you know what I'm saying, or broccoli with cheese on it, all that. That was the meal, and that was a dream meal for somebody growing up poor in the hood. So my whole life, I had steak before, but I don't remember how I had steak. So my whole life I've been thinking, yeah, I like steak because it sound good, it sound rich, it's food, it's the expensive taste. I went to prison still with the steak ideas in my head of wanting to eat it. Man, I ate some steak and some broccoli, and I didn't like none of it. I ate it more than once and didn't like it. Now time, I don't like broccoli. I don't like steak because it's chew too much. You chewing too long. Then I don't like when the little fat pieces be in there. You got to pull it out, and I'm straight on the steak. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight on the steak. Just chop my beef up, man. I'm straight on the steak. But yeah, I just realized I don't like steak after all this time at 43 years old. Come on, man. You can get these. But the basic stuff I can cook though, you know what I'm saying? Like eggs, sausage, like egg, sausage, turkey bacon, stuff like that I could cook. Cause I don't eat no pork. Man, what the hell I do with my what's the name? I just had this shit in my hand. I just had it in my hand. I swear I did. Not that one. This one. This is the one I'm looking for. This one. This the type of salt I growed up on right here. This kind. That's the kind. That's crazy though. It's so many different salts in the world now, I get out of prison, I go back and get the one that I'm used to, that I growed up using. I ain't tried nothing else. I mean, absolutely nothing else. I don't know if it's a better salt out there. I ain't trying to find out either. Gotta cook the basics. Work that pot. Work that fork. Work that fork. You know what I'm saying? They taught me that too in the bluff. The bluff didn't teach me how to cook either. They ain't having no time. The bluff didn't have enough time to teach me how to cook. Oh, I gotta get me some toast. Okay, I'm making me a toast too. Yup, get my bread out. I should go omelet. Raisin bread. I ain't gonna go bagel. I just want toast. I just want toast. You know what I'm saying? I would go bagel. I just want toast though, so get my bread out there. But yeah, man. I appreciate y'all folks kicking it with me, chilling with me, man. While I talk about these experiences and work the pot in a different way. You know what I'm saying? While I talk about these experiences and work the pot in a different way. You know? But yeah, high max wasn't a good space though, cause that was the topic we were on. But high max wasn't a good space. It was more of a threat to your psyche and your well-being than it was. It was more of a threat to your psyche than it was to your physical well-being. It wasn't trying to protect you from nobody or protect nobody else from you to rectify you. It was to punish you and punish you in ways that we weren't prepared to deal with it. It was all mental. All mental. The whole 7 years that I did on there were all mental. And they definition of a reintegration into general population was to send me to a step down program, which was me being locked in for, in the morning time they'll let us get out. This when I got off high max. In the morning time they'll let us come out of our cell. Well, let me run it back. After I got off high max, they sent us to Reedville State Prison onto the step down program. And the step down program was a program that was to prepare you for general population, like from it was more so to wean you off of wean you off the high max thing and get you back reacclimated with general population or whatnot. And so let me watch this out. So their definition of a reintegration in the general population was to send us to Reedville, lock us down nearly all day and let us come out of our cell for like 3-4 hours a day until after like 6 months or so, 6 or 7 months or so, and then they'll send us back to pick us a prison and send us to a different prison. But even during that time, there wasn't nothing really put into play that was preparing me to go back to general population. You know what I'm saying? You can't prepare for that type of shit that they had going on. They ain't had nothing real for us to experience while in on high max. You'll come out your cell. You did everything the general population did, but you only did it for a certain amount of hours. You know what I'm saying? Then on the weekend, we be locked down all day on the weekend. It's worse on the step down on the weekend than it is on high max. See, on high max, you don't see an officer. at all. You might see one on first shift when it comes time for the ice or something like that, ice or trays. After that, you don't see no more officers on high max. But on the step down, they tell you in advance on Friday, y'all ain't gonna have no officers Saturday or Sunday. Y'all ain't coming back out y'all cell the Monday morning at 6:30 to go eat breakfast. So you know you locked in all weekend. I don't care what go on. You not coming out that cell. You know what I'm saying? So it was worse on the step down than it was on high max. I hope I ain't put too much what's the name in it? I doubt it though. I ain't put but a little bit in here. So I couldn't put too much salt in there. But yeah, it was worse on that than it was on high max. But yeah, I did the 7 years in that hellhole. That ain't good for nobody. That's a punishment. Ain't no trying to save it for the down or save the prison population or trying to make nobody better or make the prison population safe. They over there to punish people on my mama. And they doing it in the worst way. I'm surprised. I don't know how like Lil Duel, he done been on that shit forever. Brian Nichols done been on high max forever. Po Boy done been on high max forever. Who else over there? I don't know, a little Shawty Milne still on there, but he was on there for a long time. They surprised me with how they still able to be mentally aware and very able-minded to even do the shit that they be doing after being on high max for that damn long, man. I think them some special individuals there, boy, cause boy, I know what 7 years did to me. And I know for a fact, Po Boy been down there over 15 years. Po Boy been on high max for longer than 15 years. That I'm sure of. And then I'm just now learning too, y'all. I should have used my spatula to I should be using my spatula to cook these eggs instead of this damn fork because I'm scratching the bottom of my damn pan. But if I use the spatula, I wouldn't have had to worry about this. So, dang, I fucked that up. But yeah, I'm surprised Lil Duel, Brian Nichols, all them motherfuckers withstanding that shit with they mind, still having their mind or whatever, man, cause boy, them niggas good. They good. God bless them with the ability to withstand dire conditions. Cause them conditions had me contemplating some things. And I really mean contemplating getting out of here. And I ain't talking about prison. I'm talking about that had me contemplating getting out of here. I wanted to do the ultimate. I ain't want to do it. I thought about it. A nigga be lying if I said I didn't. I thought about it. I was like, shit, they already got me suffering like hell. It got to be better than living like this. You know what I'm saying? I thought about that. High max make you do it. It will make you do it, especially when you watching people deteriorate right before your eyes. People that was just stand-up guys and just player people, and they go to not taking showers for 3-4 months They go to talking to themselves, telling you gas coming out the cells and shit. They go to, you know what I'm saying? That type of shit. Shit. This breakfast coming along, y'all. I watch that shit. That breakfast coming along. I'm gonna make me a sandwich. That's why I ain't using them, but this. Let me toast my bread a little bit. Once I toast my bread, I'm really lit then. Eggs, bread, meat. The basic. Egg, bread, and meat. The basic essentials. Need vegetable though, I know that, but I'm just talking. Don't pay me no mind. You're talking to a beginner in the kitchen, so you can't pay me no mind. But I do know how to toast that bread though. Picture that. I do know how to toast this bread. And I'm toasting it on the oven. I mean on the stove. I ain't taking it off. I ain't putting it in the oven and toast it. I don't have a toaster. Can you toast bread? That's a good question. Well, I was gonna ask, can you toast bread in the air fryer? Probably it. You probably can. But these real questions that I be having, normal people probably know the answer to that shit. I'm still trying to figure this shit out. But yeah, I'm almost done with it. But high max wasn't good to me, y'all. It wasn't good to me or for me. Or for nobody, if you want to ask me. Cause I ain't getting that good out of it. Everything that I am now, I made myself and with a good support system that was fighting while I was going through those conditions to change my condition, and that alone gave me strength to withstand those conditions. Ain't like I did nothing miraculous or did nothing that nobody else can't do. I just had a support system that was working for me to get me out that situation, and if they were doing that, I had some hope, something to look forward to. Long as you got some hope, it's gonna always, you know what I'm saying, any type of hardship or whatever won't stand against you. Cause you got some hope. You hoping for a better day. And a better day was on the way, because one thing about my mama, Elaine Brown, she did not play with the Georgia Department of Correction nowadays for my whole entire incarceration. If I went to the hole, she raised hell about me going to the hole. Her thing was, y'all done locked this child up at 13 years old, and now you talking about he going to the hole in prison being a problem. Well, motherfucker, let him go. He don't even need to be in there at all. And y'all talking about goddamn he in the hole for this or that or whatever the hell they used to put shit on me too. But my mom raised hell, and even in my high mat situation, she got me through my high mat situation where she was telling me to stay sharp mentally. She was sending the congressmen to come see me, sending people from the community to come see me, all these legal groups that's supposed to be concerned about my well-being on high max. That was an injustice, but they didn't really care, to be honest with you. Because I know for a fact, one time, somebody went up there, came to see me on high max. A congressman came to see me on high max one time, right? And so, when he had started coming to see me on the regular, while I was on high max, and we be having good conversation. It was therapeutic for me at that time. But he wasn't concerned with me getting off high max too tough, because that's what's supposed to be the whole point. And he done let them up there tell him, like, Why I ain't off high max? Why I'm on high max was because they had a recording of me conspiring with other inmates to have another inmate killed. And he went for it even after my mama done told him they got a lot of BS going on with me, and they lying. It done changed 1,000 times as to why I'm being held in isolation on high max. It done changed from being a gang leader to being a person of notoriety to safety and security of the institution to now I done participated in a murderful plot higher. I done conspired to have somebody killed in prison, and he went for it. You know what I'm saying? He went for it somewhere to the point of where he got so mad and didn't even come see me no more. But, but that's the system. That's how they work. He didn't know. He didn't know no different. Only thing he could do was go by what they told him, and he felt like the system worked because he working to try and change the system. So he thinking they won't lie to him because he's a person of authority and power. But one thing about the good old boy system in Georgia, them white folk don't give a damn who you is. You know what I'm saying? Them folk don't care who you is in Georgia. They ain't care. Shit, you can come down there. You can come down there with the whole fucking army. Georgia Department of Correction, boy, they shit different. They own entity. The food probably came out all right. I hope it's good, y'all. I hope it's good. Y'all get me a good cup of that orange juice going. Get me some of the good orange juice going, some of the good OJ. I'm gonna let y'all see this shit, man. Let me get the good OJ going in here, though. Need me some orange juice. But yeah, man. Shout out home, eating what he want to eat, not what they told me to eat. You feel me? I'm at home eating what I want to eat, not what's in the child hall, what they told me to eat. I got choices now. I got options. Good cup of OJ. You know what I'm saying? I'm having options to eat what I want to eat when I want to eat it. I ain't gotta accept the what's in the child hall or else. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta go through that because I'm out here now. I can eat what I want, choose what I want to eat when I want to eat it. And can't nobody tell me no. But if you take me to a restaurant, you better order for me because I can't have too many options. I have too many options, but I don't be knowing what to get. I swear. I sit there and we'll be stuck there at that damn table waiting until somebody decide to order for me. Because I don't know what when I be having an option like that, I don't be knowing what to order. You know what I'm saying? Don't be knowing what to order. Let me let y'all see this shit in my shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hood nigga, so the aesthetic don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I made it. I'm a beginner. Did I make it look right? Yeah. See, I'm a beginner. But, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get the drill. For what's going on. Y'all know Big Beast throw down in the kitchen, man.